start here. Fifth house, creativity. So the fifth house is everything to do with your creativity. We're all born creative, but not everybody is artistic. So your creativity can come through in a great many different ways, but it's normally your flair, your particular individual style or originality, your sort of stamp or your brand or your, how you are coming across. Each of us has got our own way of doing things. It could be the way that you dress, or the way you do things, or the way you prepare things, or the way you create, or the way you work. So all of that comes in. It's also the house of children. So this may be, and it's the conception of children, but it's also children. So whether these are your children or whether you are trying to conceive, or whether it's other children that you may be involved with at this time, that can come in. It's also the house of recreation. So this is all forms of recreation, anything that's fun, pleasurable, and enjoyable for you. It can be sporty. It can be like a club that you're a member of, or it could be other sort of recreational things like yoga or handcrafts, whatever it may be. Now, for some of you, that may be a profession, but otherwise, just take it as it resonates. It's also to do with risk-taking of some sort. So we'll see how that comes in for you, but it can also be risk as in associated within like the stock market, or even gambling may pop in as well. So we've got here at the bottom, we've got Pisces, I believe. And then at the top, we've got Coventina, purification. So Coventina is always about detoxing of things. But this is not necessarily only your physical body. It can be a great many different ways that it can be applied. So Pisces, I believe, Pisces is usually associated with sort of spirituality, and also deep spiritual or deep psychic understandings, or just deep knowings, very deep intuition, and even inspiration, imagination, all of that coming in. So it can also be about self-undoing or self-sabotage, or sort of allowing your life to be not ruled, but sort of overcome by other people's demands on your time and energy. So it's about putting boundaries in. It's about making sure that you are looking after your own energy, as so that you can give more to others, but look after yourself, number one. So all of that comes in. It's also the sign of sort of seclusion, withdrawal, retreat. So that may be required of you at some point as well. It's also spiritual life. As I said, all of those, meditation, even yoga, as I said, whatever activity which enhances those activities in your life. In some cases, it can also be about sort of karmic issues, or karmic inheritances. It can also cover deep bonds with people. So these can be like soulmates or twin flames, whichever, if you subscribe to any of those, or even a sort of a sacred partnership of some sort. It can also pertain to sort of like an escapist feeling, like wanting to get away from certain things. And whether that's just to have a break, or whether it's just escapist tendencies. Sometimes toxic issues do come up, as in addictions, or so like substance abuses, or just in some cases, things that are hidden in the body, like allergies and things, can sometimes come out as well. So now with the, as I said, with the fifth house, I feel that this may be possibly to do with your environment. Whether it's a sort of a group activity you're doing, or some other kind of activity. Sorry, excuse me. Perhaps it's to do with something that you're endeavoring to do, whether it's a creative activity, or whether it's like some sort of a recreational activity which requires physicality, watching your diet, or physical things. It could be yoga, or it could be some other kind of activity, some kind of sport. Whatever it may be. But Coventina is here, and she's saying purification. So it's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. So this may be applicable for, as I said, some sort of activity that you may be wanting to do. and you're wanting to sort of approach it in the very best way, and that means looking after your body and looking after your spiritual approach. Now, because you've got Pisces here, your spiritual life or your spiritual beliefs and also healing does come in with this. So there may be some aspect of that coming into this house, and it's saying that there are some aspects which you need to let go of, whether this is actual physical things or things in your environment, like in your home, or perhaps it's something to do with an activity that you're undertaking here or you're moving through. It's about cleansing and detoxing and looking after your body. And also, obviously, the mind. So this is taking in things which may not be suitable for you, or they may be triggering for you. So whether this is mixing with others and getting caught up in other people's difficulties, or getting swept in, they take too much of your energy or too much of your time. You may need to put a few boundaries in so that you can actually step back and cleanse yourself of any sort of triggering or, sort of situations around you which are not actually good for you. All right. So any of that, it could also be to do with possibly your children. Perhaps your children are needing to do that. So just apply it as it resonates. So it could either be some sort of activity that you're involved in which is not really suitable for you, or there could be some activity that you want to do, but you need to have a bit of detox and some sort of cleansing. Now, if it's like a yoga retreat or a spiritual retreat or a meditation retreat, something like that, then this is very much the case, because you need to, you need to approach it inside and out. So it could be some sort of activity that you want to go away for, like an activity or a weekend or a holiday, something like that. And these elements are coming in for you: the spirituality, the physicality, but also the access to healing and mysticism, and all of those sorts of things may be coming in for you. And so therefore, cleansing of all toxic things will be necessary. It's saying that if you are already doing this for yourself, if you are already in this mode and preparing and looking after your body, your mind and your emotions as well, then it's saying keep going with that, because it is actually working. So the Pisces will deal with a lot of things hidden as well, a lot of things like unconscious. So these could be unconscious beliefs that you have, or perhaps deep healing that is required in some way, shape or form. And she's saying that the detoxing will help you. So this can be of your environment, of like toxic chemicals in your home. You may be using very toxic chemicals to clean, do your washing and so on, and they're just not working for you. So get rid of them, move into a more natural sort of situation, find products which are gentler for you. It can also be watching too much media, or getting, as I said, getting involved in groups or with other people that drain you. So be careful with that. And also just any sort of activities which are not actually, helping you at this time. Stick to more, life-enhancing activities, things that enhance your energy. This could be inspirational, imaginative activities. So this is sort of, it could be very well a creative activity that you perhaps need to do. You need to just clear out everything else that is not actually working for you, and rather stick to those sorts of activities. But it could also be around others maybe, or it could be to do with your children. It could also be that if you have children, that perhaps they need to be detoxing as well. So just apply it as it resonates. And in some cases, this could be addictions. This could be addictions to risk taking and gambling and things like that, or just substances or activities or people or things going on around, pleasurable activities, which actually at the end of the day are not actually helping. They're more triggering. So a general detox all round. And in some cases, it may be that there is an activity which you would like to do, but it does require you to really cleanse your body or look after your body, and that is some sort of risk. That's sort of something that you're going to try. It's new, something that you want to sort of think about or try and move forward in the future. From a creativity point of view, this is the Pisces energy is a beautiful energy. It's very, as I said, very imaginative and very inspirational. Connection to the divine. You can download a lot of beautiful things, whether it's musical or artistic, whatever it may be. But just there's some aspect of this that is requiring you to have a bit of a detox, a cleanse, or just to cut out things which are triggering for you. And this is also, as I said, responsibility. This is about taking responsibility for yourself, your health, your energy levels, and your time. So just be careful that there aren't others around you who are kind of draining you. So be responsible, number one, for yourself, for your own energy, and for your, your beliefs and your what you're putting out there as well. Because with the Piscean energy, sometimes it can be a little bit self-undoing, where you're doing things which are not actually helping you. So, take responsibility for that and do what is necessary to move you forward. In some cases, it can just be purely for healing purposes, undertaking an activity which is going to help you going forward. We've also got here 6th house. So 6th house is to do with your health and your diet and your well-being. So I do feel there's a connection here, whether it's for you and your children or just you, or whether your children are involved. It could be dietary related if you're trying to conceive as well, because that does make a massive difference, to have a healthy conception and pregnancy and all that. You do need to look at these things and actually take responsibility for yourself. Do your own research. Check things out, have a look at it, and do ask others, get advice, and so on, and that is going to help you ultimately as well. It's also the house of work. So this is normal work routines, workplace, work colleagues. It's also your work projects. It can also be mastery of your craft. So even if you don't go out to a place of work, or you do other things from home, or whatever it is that you do, it could be a creative activity. It's mastery of your craft. Pets also do come in to this. So just see if that comes in for you. We've got here a Libra eye balance. So again, this is about bringing balance into your health, your diet, and your well-being, and your lifestyle. There's some sort of balance that is required here. And this is being echoed already in this house, which we've discussed. So it's about, working things out so that you're not working too hard and then not doing enough recreational activities, or, in some cases, for some people, it can be overtraining or overdoing it on certain things, or, whatever it is, whichever way you're going, it's about balance. So just think of the scales and how you can balance your activities, your home life, your lifestyle, your work situations, your work responsibilities. And then number one, as I said, responsibility to yourself and your health and your energy. It can also be that you may need to partner up with somebody in this house, whether this is from a health, diet, and wellness point of view, like somebody who can advise you, or a friend, perhaps a friend to motivate you, or a life coach who can perhaps help you set goals, or whether it's a work endeavor and you're partnering up with somebody. It's saying that partnership or linking up with another is going to be best for you at this time. It's really going to help you. But it's about balance again. It's about mutual support. Each one of you must have your needs and your opinions and your perspectives aired. So each one of you have to be heard and respected. And it's a group, you're joining together, you're joining forces, and it's a mutual support. So there must be balance there all round. In some cases, it can also be attraction or getting involved in artistic activities. So you've got 5th house and you've got Pisces, which the Pisces energy, which is your energy. So this is about tapping into that. As I said, not everybody's artistic, but most people are creative and they use that creativity every day. So tap into that. It may be that coming in from a work perspective as well, or it could be from a lifestyle perspective. Perhaps there's some artistic or creative activities that you would like to do, or even just going out to visit museums or art galleries, whatever you can do around you, even spending time in nature. drawing or sketching, whatever is appropriate for you, or just the enjoyment of artistic activities. That can also come in. Money matters may also be coming in for you. So this is money concerns or weighing things up with the balance, the scales again. But it can also, with this card, the other aspect that it can be saying is that a decision needs to be made. So however this is coming in for you, I've covered as many as I can. So just, apply it to your situation. So a very important decision could be coming in, but always aim for balance. This is the point of this card, but partnership does come in. And in some cases, it's a love partnership. In others, it's like a business partnership or a working partnership or a friendship, mutual support. Now we've got at the top, Diana, focused intention. So keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So whatever it is, whether it's the decision or the health, diet, and the well-being, or whether it's work-related or partnering up with somebody else, there's some sort of intention which is required here, some sort of decision, some sort of course of action which you need to be following. Now, the most important part about this is the bow and the arrow. This is focused intention. So this is about the power. When you draw back the bow, that is actually where the power is. It's not so much letting go of the arrow, it's the drawing back of the bow. So the string, for the bow. So, and that is taking aim on something. So figure it out, whether it's with somebody that you're going to work this out, or whether you're going to decide what you want to do, and then you're linking up with somebody else that has a like mind, or who's happy to support you, who's got the same interests, whatever it may be. It could be a recreational activity that you want to do, or it may be some dietary change, and teaming up with somebody else may be helpful for you, or it could be children related. So just apply it as it's resonating for you. So keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. All right, that is the energy coming in for you. Now we've got here the Fairy Tarot is 5 of Spring, opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. So I'm bringing this in here because this could very well be reflected in this house, your 6th house. And it is saying that partnership is indicated in some way in this house. Or if that is absolutely not going to happen for you, then it's about bringing balance into this house for you. And this is why you've got the focused intention. So you could have others around you at this time. And maybe this is why you have the purification. You need to detox yourself either from attitudes and beliefs which are no longer serving you. You may have to open yourself up to other people's points of view, or it could be that you need to stick fast to your course, your course of action which you're trying to do, and just detox yourself, or withdraw from others which are no longer helping you, or situations which are no longer helping you, or activities which are no longer helping you. You may have just simply outgrown them, or be wanting to grow from a situation, and so there's some things you have to let go of. But it's saying that there are opposing sort of opinions or views here, and it depends on you how this gets handled. But it can be quite contentious, and it could be a little bit of a battle for some of you, or it could just be that you just simply don't agree. So you agree to disagree, or one of you has to change your position, or you have to compromise, which is why you've got the Libra eye balance. Okay, so there's either some compromise involved here where you're being mutually supportive. Each one must have there must be, you must each of you be able to express yourself and have your needs met in the relationship. Or it could be that, you're either needing to change something, or they are, or you're going to have to find a middle path. But there's some sort of balance that is required here. So just take that as you need to.